It's a quiet morning here at the Regional Center for Mapping of Resource Development here. The Regional Center for Mapping of Resources and Development across East and Central Southern Africa to ensure that we are able to map everywhere in terms of transport, in terms of in the heart of Africa's educational and research revolution stands a visionary, Dr. Emmanuel Nkurunziza, the Director General, whose leadership at the center has redefined opportunities for youth across 20 African states.
Digitalization is a broad, it's not just even ours. Even if you go to the Agenda 2063 of the African Union, it's a big element for the continent in general. So based on that, we have also our Vision 2050 for the institution. And that's the central element. But at the end of the day,
During official visit at the center, we witnessed first-hand informations how Dr. Nkurunziza has built more than just a hub of learning. He has also ignited a future for the thousands of students, equipping them with skills, mentorship, and access to the world-class research and mapping information.
we can only work with parties, countries. So whether it's the African Union, whether it's us, the regional organizations, we can only be able to facilitate and support. The drive has to come from sovereign countries. So we will continue doing our part through these kinds of awareness, trainings, etc. And it's our hope that in the near future we'll build a critical mass of people who are able to propagate this gospel, and then it becomes part and parcel of our lives. Now, yes. Yeah. No, I think to be honest with you, there's not much lacking for Kenya to be able to lead in this area. What I think is it's really, for me, for every country I always come to political will, because Kenya does not lack the technical skills. In principle, it doesn't lack resources. Because I always say, when I ran the land reform program in Rwanda, where we had full digitalization of land in Rwanda, this is a country where they have a full register of all plots in the country from border to border. You can check with your phone any parcel you want. If you want to know the owner, the size, any, just USD. You can be able to transfer. They don't use paper titles anymore. They are now e-titles. But why I'm giving this is because when I was running that program, most of the technical people I had were Kenyan. Whether it's affairs or IT people were Kenyan. So they were coming to supplement our limited technical skills in the area. But what did we have? We had political will, we had the drive and commitment. So that's why I'm saying here you have a balance of technical skills, very many brilliant young people who can drive this in a short period of time. If only you can manage, the political economy, the politics, and the other things. Maybe you can tell us now what's no, we are ready. We are ready to support each and every member state of RCMRD. But you'll appreciate that we normally go with counter programs. We propose and give advisory on the best course of action, but we cannot drive national programs without the initiative of responsible ministries and agencies. So that's why, for example, here we are very happy with the National Land Commission, the Council of Governors, with the support of FOO, of getting together this training, but it's an operationalization of an element that is in the law. It is in the act that every the Jubilee. Because this is our Jubilee year, we decided to combine several events with the celebration of the 50 years and defer the August read next year. So all the activities, there will be a number of training activities together with the celebration of the Golden Jubilee over that week from 16th June that will compensate for what we would have had in August. No. Associate it maybe with the climate, associate it with the vegetation, but in the location. So anything you do, banking, we've been working with the banks to be able to understand how they allocate their branches. Branches go with the population, go with economic activities. Location is still central. So that's really the importance. Everything, transportation. You are location A to location B. You go through other locations. Where is obstacle? It's on coordinate X, Y. Therefore, you need to put a bridge. So it's almost something we live. So people having the ability to understand how to deal with geoinformation is very, very important. In the past, it was a specialized area for surveyors and geomatics people, but now everybody needs it. So, and that's why providing capacity, we have diploma and certificate courses, short courses on GIS and other applications that we are inviting everybody to partake because it can only make you more efficient in whatever you do. Then you, when you're planning your journey, you have your Google map. So you must determine the best route. That has to do with coordinates. So, so that's why I was saying that I believe in the near future. Just like we started off thinking MS Word or MS Excel was a specialized skill, and now it has become everybody commonplace. I believe in JS will be the same. So that everybody, you don't even talk about something you want to acquire qualification because you need to use it. It open my map. I do route options. I do route options. I say where is flooding happening. Of course, now because some of these things are done for us behind the scenes, we don't even say JS is being made. You're journalists. I hear people reading traffic updates, but those are based on what? Somebody is doing the analysis and sending the information of what is happening on Langata Road or whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, we do. How as that goes to expand.
No, I think it is picking up. Actually, again, you come at the right time because we are currently engaged on a program, a digitalization program with the FAO, working hand in hand with EU, the Council of Governors, and the National Land Commission. We had an opening of a training program last week, which was attended by the chair of the National Land Commission here, where we will be training people from all the 47 counties on different GIS competencies. We will start, we had the CECs and the MCAs on sensitization. First of all, to get through what we're talking about now, understand the importance of GIS and geoinformation. Then we go to the directors and now other professionals from fundamentals of GIS to advanced GIS and application. So at least there's this program which we hope is going to help take local government or county governments in Kenya to a different level in terms of utilization of this important tool. So other countries have their own initiatives as well, but I believe
From Kenya to Cameroon, from Rwanda to Nigeria, the center under the leadership of Nkurunziza's stewardship has become a beacon of hope for over 20 countries and now send their best and brightest students to learn and inspire other community, uplift their community and drive change and inspire others across Africa.
different areas of surveying, GIS, remote sensing, photogrammetry, IT, including now our training institute, which trains people from courses in surveying, certificates. Currently, I have a student population of almost 1,000 students, which has grown from less than 100 8 years ago. So there's a lot that has come, whether through project implementation, advisory, or capacity building and training.
Also, there is issue now of technology. Now that we are using technology and data analysis,
A lot has changed over the past decade. It has changed because of advances in technology, driven by some few important things. You mentioned data. One of the things that we are able to do now is be able to capture and store huge amounts of data too. Just a decade ago, simply downloading a particular amount of data was not possible. So ability to store, manipulate, and analyze huge amounts of data is now possible because of increased computing capacities. So with that, we've been able to offer that capacity to our member states, just as we have developed it here. But also being able to transform this data into applications and products, because data by itself is not useful until you use it to develop a particular product that is going to address a real life issue. Give an example again of mobile applications we've developed for demarcating land, being able to capture land boundaries and transmit data to servers for processing of maps and titles. So there's been lots of leaps and bounds in terms of technology. The other element, of course, we can talk about when it comes to transmission of data is internet. Internet bandwidth and speeds have increased over time. So sharing of data is much easier. So we now have almost all our data on open portals that people can be able to download and use for doing different things. So there's a lot. But even on the data capture methods, if you look at the way land was being mapped, surveys of land was being done 10 years ago, the equipment we have today can produce millimeter accuracies within a very short period of time, because rather than using terrestrial controls, we have now a large number of satellites in the sky that are able to help in correcting positions and determining pinpoint accuracy of everything you're trying to determine.
also that would be like
Well, I think that tells even the more reason we exist, because many of the phenomena that we look at are cross or transboundary. So our position as a regional organization is able to help in coordinating, addressing those kinds of things. There are many ecosystems that are shared between countries. Take example of your own country, the Masai Mara ecosystem shared between Kenya and Tanzania. You go to the western part, the Mount Elgon area. You look at pastoral systems between Kenya and Ethiopia. You go further down. So all these countries have transboundary ecosystems that need to be managed jointly or under common terms. So because most of these countries subscribe to this organization, we're able to coordinate, because most of our projects are actually multi-country. We have very few countries that are single country. We have projects that cover 24 countries. For example, we now have a new regional center of excellence on biodiversity, forests, and seascape, and covers 24 countries, Eastern and Southern Africa. So that makes it easy, for example, conservation areas, their management. So I think that has made even the position of the institution more relevant, because we can be able to coordinate the parameters, the standards, and the understanding of the issues beyond the boundary line that were arbitrarily defined.
This way you how that
Yes, I think maybe in the near future, geoinformation is going to be something everybody has to contend with, because in reality, what is geoinformation? It is about location. So geo is about location. So everything we do has location. Even right now, our interview is being conducted in a particular on a particular coordinate. So if I was going to describe it, I would say it was done at this position. Then you're able to move to position X. So you cannot do or say anything in our real life activities without invoking the location. So if someone is going to analyze the context, I'm saying of this interview, say, okay, it was done in Kasarani at this time, maybe at this time it was sunny because of the position. So you have some interpretation based on that. So that tells you how important it is to know the coordinate, know a location, and therefore the information for us to be able to understand almost everything. It is applied in health. For example, where is malaria prevalent? You need to.
This man, Director General Emmanuel Nkurunziza, said all and a champion of the youth, a voice of a good governance, and a believer in Africa's rise. His work speaks volume, and his hope for Kenya is shared by many, that we deserve more, and that time it is now.
Took time to visit them myself last year, and I was able to see firsthand what they are trying to do using this capability. And I would really urge the other counties to pick it from there, because they have proven, they have proof of concept in terms of what this can do. And maybe, again, personal opinion, I would wish that many of these things are developed. I have a feeling if many of these things are developed, the counties can be able to handle them better, because you're looking at a limited geographical space. You are looking at limited conflicts that are local, that can be managed. I have a feeling that we haven't done Rwanda, which is a relatively small country. I have a feeling that
Even as they celebrate their 50th anniversary celebrations of advancement, his hope is to empower Africa's future, one student at a time.